A time for Ghanaians to seriously reconsider going back to the original blueprint upon which our founding father, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, established this great nation. A nation that sowed the seeds of independence in many African and non-African countries, commits to bring this nation up from its begging knees. We must go back to the principles espoused by our founder and enumerated in the preamble of the great CPP Constitution, of which we abide by and which has brought us here today. Principles that can only be achieved by commitment to the pursuit of the teachings, ideas, philosophy, and vision of the great Osajifo. Principles that undoubtedly bring a strong, disciplined, and dynamic Ghanaian for national reconstruction and development. The pursuit of egalitarianism and eradication of poverty, elitism, inequality, corruption, and other social injustices from the Ghanaian society. Coincidentally, my senior from Achimota School referred to me as the bourgeoisie gentleman, and I laugh because Nkrumah's vision was not one of separation. Even though I cannot deny that I was born into a fairly well-to-do place, because of Nkrumah's teachings for my national service, I selected Upper West, and that is where I did my national service. And coincidentally, our running mate also did his national service in the Upper West. This is not a party where we fight to stay in Accra or Kumasi or other prosperous places. The youth and the members of this party always struggle to go to areas where manpower is needed most.
And we have a duty as a first nation to lead our independence, to be that nation that reclaims our path to lead the whole African continent and all our people. We were property for 400 years. We were owned and we were sold to industrialize other economies. We have a role as Ghanaians to liberate our people, and we cannot entertain NDC and NPP no more. 16 years of each. We had only 6 years as CPP, 6 years as a republic, and look at what we did. Osajifo launched the 7-year development plan in '63. Look at what we were able to do. Rapid economic development, because we were aligned with a purpose. This time, we are asking the youth of this nation, everybody who is listening to this voice, that I'm speaking as a witness to one of the most patriotic people that this nation has ever seen. I know Nana Nkrumah, and I know who she is. This is her position. President of the Republic of Ghana. She's earned it not just as a glorious thing, but based on where she has positioned herself. It is no shock to me that she is now the flag bearer of the amazing Convention People's Party.
When Nkrumah found out that it was difficult for the women to enter parliament, he took a bill to parliament. He didn't just go around picking women at random to come to parliament. He took a bill, that is the 1960 People Representation Act, for 10 women to be elected to parliament. And in CPP, we have a tradition. We are the first to have a national organizer who is a woman. We are the first to have a general secretary who is a woman. We are the first to have a chairperson who is a woman. And we are the first to have the flag bearer who is a woman. So therefore, I'm calling all the donor communities to not turn and look at the Convention People's Party. I went to a program somewhere, and we had somebody who is supposed to be the gender chairperson in Parliament, telling the whole world that the women of Ghana were not ready. That was at the UN. I stood up to tell him, I said it in Chi because I didn't want to embarrass him. And that person is no more in Parliament, because even when he went for his primaries, he placed last. Why? Because he joked with the future of the women of this country.
CPP, anytime we step in, whether we step in 1 month to the elections, 2 months to the elections, 2 weeks to the elections, our strength is so strong and our hit is very powerful to give a technical knockout. I won't say much. My leader will be here. But all that I will say is that I was added to the ticket of the leader to arouse the youth of this country. The youth of this country know me, and they know that I stand for a purpose. Anytime the marginalized or the deprived, or those who don't have voice, the voiceless, find themselves wanting, that is where you see Yoga ability to rise for the people. So that is what the CPP is coming to do in this elections. We are rising for the people. We are rising once again with our flag bearer to make sure that this country is liberated. Enough of the slogans, enough of the talks. The Lord said that I don't talk too much unless I'm given the opportunity to talk. I like to take action.
A lot has already been said. I'm not going to say much because what we represent, the reason for which I am standing here today, though it might look like we are a little bit late with our manifesto, I want to assure everyone that the manifesto is down. I want to tell you, 1 second. The manifesto says the Women's Manifesto. Give yourself a clap. Our manifesto is the Women's Manifesto. And what it simply means is this: that we are dedicating our manifesto to the women of this nation and the suffering women across the continent of Africa. And that is why I ask you to bring me the basket and the canvas. That is why I ask you to give me that matches box there. The reason is simply this: everyone listening to my voice, every Ghanaian across the continent of Africa and in the diaspora, all Ghanaians everywhere, the CPP is here for you. When you are here for women, you are here for the nation. It is said that when you educate a woman, you have educated the nation. It is not for nothing. It is because when you lift women up, you have lifted up the husband, the uncle, the brother, and most importantly, the children. And who are the children? I remember not so long ago when I used to sit on the neck of my grandfather when I go to visit in the village. A friend of say, was sitting he will always lift me there. And I remember a cutlass. And I remember a hole and a basket. Today I am proud to introduce not just a set of policies, but a powerful vision for Ghana's future. A vision that I want to call and we call the Women's Manifesto. This manifesto is a call to action, a commitment to Ghana, to a Ghana where every man, every woman, and in child, all children can live in dignity, participate in prosperity, and shape their destiny in a nation free of dependency, inequality, and foreign domination. The reason for which we took our political independence. This is what the Women's Manifesto by the Convention People's Party is about. The Women's Manifesto is simple. It is a manifesto of ownership and prosperity. We are giving back ownership because the women birthed the entire Ghana. And the Women Manifesto can only come from the Convention People's Party because Convention People's Party is why today all of you are here calling yourselves Ghanaians and a sovereign state. You can rise and shout and do anything you want to do because once upon a time there was a party that had a leader called Osajifo that had people like the Botuos and the Jantuas and all of them who the Kapakumankumas, the Vedemas, the Kapadusais and all of them who once upon a time, and most importantly, the youth of Otojojo, the youth of everywhere, the youth in Boko, the youth in Tamale, the youth in Bando, the youth in the Doman district, everywhere, who stood behind Osajifo and said, enough is enough. The matches is from please, Ghanaians, life is basic. 1 + 1 + 1 is 3. 1 + 1 is 2. If you don't do the basic, if you don't do what is necessary, your children will be struggling. And you have the Ghana we have today. The Ghana we have today, after 32 years of consistent democracy, after 32 years of going to vote every 4 years, after 32 years of whatever we call freedom in our own environment, we have become a nation of shame and sorrow. Matches, ordinary matches, since we are overthrown, has been left to rot. The factory is rotting at Kade. We put the factory at Kade because this stick used for matches is plenty full. There's plenty of it in Kade. So matches was placed there, the factory. It is sitting there abandoned and rotted. The Women Manifesto of the Convention People's Party is coming back to bring industrialization to the people of Ghana. And we are doing it in a way that people can't even believe is happening. We are saying simply, as it has been illustrated here, that the Convention People's Party is going to start with a woman who for years, my beloved grandfather's wives, including my grandmother, who was going to the farm every day, using a cutlass. Today, I went to the village, and I want to tell you something. They are still using cutlass and hoe to farm. Whenever you see this plantain in the market, I want to tell you that somebody used hoe and cutlass to farm for you. Anytime you see yam, somebody has used hoe and cutlass to farm for you. The Convention People's Party is saying that we are here for equality, for justice, and for fairness. When the person farms, the person has finished his job or her job. You